Good morning. I I look the way I feel. I slept like shit, and right now I'm drinking a hot lemonade, which is just lemon juice, hot water, and honey, because I feel like I'm getting sick, and I also look like I am getting sick. It's snowing again, which is um which might be why I keep getting like almost sick, but not really because the weather is just all over the place. Last night I journaled, and what I remember, one of the last things I wrote down was like that my head feels kind of stuffy and I want to go for a walk, but it was really late, so I couldn't last night. And now it's snowing like crazy, so I can't go out again. The weather just took another drastic turn. Ooh, where the hell is it snowing again? Where's the sun? Come back! What the fuck? I'm currently reading this book again. I started it like I think at the beginning of last year, so like probably a bit over a year ago, and I read it for a while. As you can see, I'm like on page 150 or something, but then I got overwhelmed with it, and it's also a really difficult book to read. So I put it down, but now I'm trying to pick it up again. I'm trying to read it again, so I'm going to do that today because I don't think I can handle anything else other than like sitting around, and I might watch a movie, but for now I'm going to read. Yo, yo, yo! Low blood pressure check. I feel like death. If you saw me, if you probably saw me carrying this package earlier, so let's unbox it. I think you can tell from the format that, from the proportions, that it is indeed some records that I got on eBay. Anybody remember that? I knew the Weird Al parody version of I Want It That Way before I knew the original version, because my mom always put it on in the car for some reason. And now I have become that. Well, not really, but I do buy people's old crap off of eBay pretty often. But it's like, it's mostly, oh, I have to censor that. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, the stuff I buy, I don't even buy like clothes. I buy like accessories. Sometimes I got some belts off of eBay, some like really great high quality leather belts for cheap. And I don't eat meat, and I eat mostly vegan, but I hate like fake leather because it's just plastic and it peels off and it's horrible. So I like to buy real leather belts secondhand because like the animal has already died, so like might as well use it, you know. But I trade off again. Yeah, I buy like music and books and all that stuff secondhand. It's great. Saves me a lot of money and I get cool stuff. I have to put my drink away, otherwise I'm going to drop a lot of dust into it. Okay, but let's see. This whole package, I think I got for like 70 bucks, which was like $6 per vinyl, so that's pretty good. And these are all from the same guy, that's why they're... That's so I could save on shipping with that. The price is includes shipping. If I remember correctly. Alright. So what do we have here? What's the haul? We got the monkeys. Let's see. It said that the quality is was like not near mint, but like really good. So I hope that's right. The thing is, my record player is at my parents' house, so I can't even test them. So I have to believe the guy. So yeah, I'm going to wipe these off. Even though I'm going to have to wait until I'm able to play them. But I might just like take my record player back here. The thing is, I don't have a lot of space here. I have no space here, so it's kind of difficult to... I have no idea where I would put a record player. I don't even have my CD player here. But that is not because the CD player takes up a lot of space, but because my CDs take up a lot of space. So those are all like in my childhood bedroom, and I miss them so much. The monkeys. I don't have a lot of records in general because I only started collecting them like last year. Some John Bass. My lovely, oh, Farewell Angelina's on here, Michelle. Oh, my lovely wife, I have her all over my wall. Ooh, this is really pretty, this label. Oh, there's a hair. Well, that's kind of what you have to expect. So the person who sent me this is a blonde. Beautiful. Thing is, you can't really tell just from looking at them if they have any issues. If they're going to have any issues if you try to play them. And like I said, I only ever buy records. Oh, the glue is a bit... I think I'm going to have to tape this. I only ever buy records if this seller says that they are in near mint or very, very good condition, because my music taste is really old. As you can say, these records are all from the 60s and 70s. Can I peel this off? No, I don't think so. Whoops. Another John Baez. I'm not going to open all of them, but I'm going to wipe them down in a bit. I'm not going to show that because that's boring. But vinyls are always kind of gross and sticky. Woohoo! Until now, I think there's like 3 Bob Dylan vinyls in here. I don't have a single Bob Dylan vinyl. I think this is a reissue. So I hope this is in good condition. Because it's, it's plastic. Ooh, is there something in there? No, just a second protective sheet. Oh, that's great, actually. This one feels really thick. Maybe because, like I said, it's a reissue. So, I got the Beautiful Blood on the Tracks album on vinyl. Now I have it. I've had it on CD for a while, but now I also have it on vinyl, and I'm really excited because look at it. Yippee! Oh, I was so excited for this one. It's the Easy Rider soundtrack, and it's with beautiful. Where is he? With my beautiful wife. No, I don't know why I said that, but it's with Peter Fonda on the cover. This seller had 2 of these but with different covers. And the other one had like Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda on their choppers, like riding. And that one was a lot more expensive. They were all bids, and that one got the bid went a lot higher for some reason. But I didn't like that one either. Anyway, I really like the design here. I like the yellow. And I like, look at that. It's Jack Nicholson. I almost called him Jack Kerouac just now. Jack Nicholson. These guys are all dead, right? They might be. Is Jack Nicholson dead? Probably, right? Like they were the same age here. Look at him. He's so cute. And the soundtrack is just like, the soundtrack of this movie is awesome. I like this movie. I have it on DVD right there. I don't have a Blu-ray player, so I don't have any Blu-rays, but I have it on DVD. And whoa, spoiler! I didn't notice. This has like a huge spoiler on the back. Whoa. Anyway. Awesome, and I love it, and I'm so excited to take this home to my parents during summer break and play it. And then I might actually just like take the record player with me. I love it. Oh, then I have some new diamond. These were like really cheap. Nobody bid on these. There's 3 Neo diamonds here. Oh no, this is like a double. Ooh, look at this. And these were like $3 for all 3 of them. There's another one in here, I think. Crazy guy. So that was the first half. I'm going to like check them out better in a bit, but not on camera. Oh no. There's the third one. I didn't need 3 of them, but they were like one listing, and then was like, alright, I'm gonna bid like $3. And nobody else did, so now I have them, I guess. I like the diamond. I have, like I said, I have one of his records already. Because when we were in Greece, we were at a cafe and they were playing like Neil Diamond greatest hits, and I was like, dude, I love it. So when I was home, when we were back home, and the next time me and my friends went to a vintage store, I grabbed the first Neil Diamond record and was like, I'm going to check this guy out. More John Baez. More monkeys. I love this design. It's so funky. Look at these guys. Monkeys. I just love saying that. Sorry. The monkeys. And then we have another Bob Dylan. The Bob Dylan ones, I think they were all one listing as well. So I have this one which I don't care about, but they were all the same listing. I love this album. I love his earlier stuff, but from the later albums, Blood on the Tracks and Desire are the only ones I care about. So this is awesome. I can feel like the dust, like old dust on my fingertips, and it's really gross. And this one, Street Legal, like who cares about this one? I don't know, but now I have it. I also already have it on CD. That's how I found out that I don't really care about it. I only know one song, and that's Changing of the Guards. And I like that one. And then we have the iconic Freewheelin'. This one has some great songs, but I know that I don't really like the recordings of the songs that are on this vinyl. Blowing in the Wind, of course. Masters of War, so good. Down the Hill, Bob Dylan's Blues, A Hard Rains Are Gonna Fall is such a great song. And I always feel like it's like 20 minutes long. He just goes on and on and on and on, and then this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and I go here, and then I go there, and it's awesome. And also, oh, Talking World War Three Blues. I love that one. I love his like talking songs. It's the same with like Woody Guthrie and Phil Oakes and Tom Paxton, all those songs that are just like talking about an issue, and then the title is like talking insert issue. So I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I really like those songs. So that's the vinyl record haul. I genuinely just don't have the mental capacity to read, but I did write a little journal entry on something that I've been thinking about during the last couple of days, I guess, because I've seen some YouTube videos that talked about the concept of the personality, or like how do you find your personality. And I have never struggled with that, but it made me think about what people believe a personality is. People online kind of seem to believe that your personality is just the things you like, like the in particular the media you like. Your personality is the songs you listen to. Your personality is the shows you watch. Your personality, and I think that's not. I don't genuinely don't believe that's what a personality is, because if that was the case, then like babies wouldn't have a personality. But that's not true. I think your personality is something that comes from the inside and isn't like it is only represented, or it is you can express yourself, your personality, yourself, your sense of self with the media you engage with and the media you enjoy. But I don't think that is your personality. I think even your clothes, like the clothes I wear, the clothes you wear, they might be a representation of your personality, but they are not your personality. And that's like a weird sentiment I've been seeing online. So I'm going to try to read the thoughts that I just wrote down on that. Look at my journal. Moon Age Daydreams. It's really cool. I'm already off topic. Sorry, I have like a David Bowie calendar hanging right there in the corner, and I want to take it down and show it, but I need to stay on topic for once. Okay, what is personality? That was the question that I wrote earlier today, and then just now I wrote down my thoughts because I immediately got distracted again. I feel like people online assume it is something different than what I have thought it to be my whole life. Is our personality not the things we do, the way we act, the way we treat other people, other beings, and ourselves? Is it not the way we react to certain situations, the way we handle our emotions, our outlook on life? Or is it, as I'm led to believe by people I've heard talking about it, the YouTube videos I just mentioned, all about the media we consume and the way we present ourselves outwardly? Is personality not in our minds? Is our personality not our self? I see people writing comments like, I don't have a personality, or I don't know my personality. And that, it has been jarring to me. What do you mean you don't know who you are? Everybody who has a consciousness also has a personality. The music you enjoy, the shows you watch, the way you dress, they are all ways to express your personality. But if all that was taken away, what is left of you is your personality. That is yourself. I don't want to sound like an old man yelling at the sky, but I fully blame social media and the rise of short form video content for this. Because those thoughts seem to come from very young people, teens, and even preteens. They feel like they haven't gotten the time to find themselves and develop their personality, because they get thrown into this insane content vortex the second their consciousness allows it. They don't know who they are because they are too busy copying the appearance of someone on the internet without knowing that behind the face they present online there is a whole fully rounded person. So they jump from one interest and one medium and one aesthetic or core to the next, desperately trying to find what they think their personality is, that they have developed an entirely skewed perception of the term. If I think back to my own teenage and childhood years, especially my early childhood years, I know that I have always had an intense personality, for better or for worse. Even so, I did not have a varied amount of media interests. That was completely besides the point for me. I've always had a strong sense of self. And as a child, still, my favorite things just were like arts and crafts and chewing on Barbie dolls and playing pretend and dress up. But nowadays, so many children are met with an iPad in their face, immediately numbing their brain before they get to figure out who they are. And it's terrifying to see, genuinely. It's terrifying. There's a desperate need for fulfillment, for emotion, for finding yourself with teenagers who are way too online to the point where scrolling TikTok is seen as a genuine hobby. To come back to my question, what is personality? What do I believe a personality is? I believe it is a combination of both my interpretation and the internet's perception of it. The way you act, the way you show yourself to the world, both online and in real life. It is the emotions you feel and how you cope with them. It is your interests, your hobbies, and how you express yourself through them. It is your creative spirit and the things you put out into the world. Your art, your words, your hope, your love, your friendship. Sure, I guess it is also your fashion sense and your favorite movies and the books on your shelf, but first and foremost, your personality should not be a collection of physical or digital goods. It should be you and your impact on the world, what you will leave behind, the emotions you create within yourselves and others. That is your personality, that is yourself, your aura, your vibe, if you're into that. That is you, and I hope you can find that within yourself. And those are my thoughts on that. But as I said, I've only seen this on YouTube. I don't know how bad it is on TikTok, but a lot of the YouTube videos I see are from people who also post on TikTok, and they use like the TikTok comments for as examples. And then you look in the comment section of those YouTube videos, and you still see these people who are like, I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. Sorry. If you get that reference. Sorry, I'm going off topic, but it's scary. I don't know. Why do people not know who they are? I don't know. Why do people not develop personalities anymore? Or why do they feel like they have? Why are they so out of touch with themselves that I see sentences that like, I don't know my personality. What do you mean? But I think, like, if you exist, then you have a personality. Even if that personality is just kind of boring, and your reaction to everything is kind of just like shrugging your shoulders, or you're like, you don't have a lot of friends or a lot of close relationships with people, even then, like, what are you talking about? I think it's just people. I don't know. I don't know. I keep trying to say I think, but I generally don't know what's going on in these people's heads that I believe they don't have a personality. Like, what? Kids these days. Somebody help them. I think they need help. Like, I know being a teenager is rough. I also didn't want to live, but I still knew I had a personality, even if that personality was just saying I kind of hate everything. That's still a personality, even if it's not a good personality. Maybe the people who say they don't have a personality just don't like themselves. They don't believe that they have a good personality. But like, you can change that. With all due respect, you can change that. You have all the power in the world to change that. You might not have the motivation to change that, but it will come with time. Give it some time. Maybe that's what people need. Maybe that's what kids these days need. They just need some time and some patience with themselves. Yeah, I'm still not feeling well, but I just I don't feel as horrible anymore. Like my whole day was just consisted of sitting down, then getting up, getting extremely dizzy and like blacking out, not like fainting, but you know when you just like lose your complete your whole vision for a second. It's like just low blood pressure things, and then I would just like lay down immediately, even either on the floor or like my bed where I'm sitting right now, because I'm so exhausted and tired, both probably because I didn't sleep well and also because of my blood pressure being horrible. Anyway, that's why I journaled. Yeah, goodbye.